Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we hop onto the charts on this beautiful Friday the 13th, we're going to maybe make it a lucky Friday the 13th here in February 2026. Make sure you view us on the screen. Trading is risky, guys. Most traders do lose money. If you trade, you're probably only ever going to lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Excuse me, man. I'm stuttering on this one. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top of Futures, Code RDF, Bookmap, Edgeful, and others. Chat, how we doing today, guys? We're here at normal time. We got about 5 minutes until NYSE open. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tom, good morning. Dr. AK, Purple Ninja, Marcy, Paul, what's going on YouTube? We got a bunch of people hopping on. Maritime Trade, Souls of Zero. What's going on, guys? Dwayne, what's happening? Welcome to the show. Slothfather, I know we got the OGs. Without even looking, I bet it's Slothfather, Kick, Kobe. Sometimes we get Dwayne on Kick. Those are all the Kick OGs. There we go. See, Kobe was on there. I knew it. And Kayla, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We got a couple other people on here. Polar, what's happening? What's going on, peeps? Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for finishing out the week strong with me. I appreciate you guys. Let's see what we can do. We don't got too much time coming into NYSE Open here. So I'm going to jump right into it, man. Stream looks good. Let me know if you guys can hear me or not hear me. If you got issues or anything like that, y'all let me know. How do I get lucky with the giveaway today? You hop in the giveaway. That's how you get lucky, Pablo. Cyrus, what's up? Miguel Carrera, what's up? Good morning, good morning. It's me, Trace, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the beautiful world. So we got people from all over the place. What's happening? Neil, what's going on? I have a problem with my account. I'll look at it for you. Neo, shoot me a DM or something, man. Shoot me a message, shoot me an email. If you have an issue, anything to do with Top 1, I'm more than happy to try to advocate for you guys, man. Shoot me a DM or something, or an email at support@realdealfutures.com. More than happy to review it and go to battle with you guys. I will say one thing off the bat as I'm getting ready to mark this chart up here. I noticed on a lot of Tradeovate Ninja Trader accounts, between the prop firm dashboard and the Ninja Trader Tradeovate account, the balances are displaying incorrectly. So I think Tradeovate's aware of that. I think a lot of the prop firms are aware of that. If you have that issue, it's something obviously it's going to be easy to correct because they can see the same thing that you can see. But shoot them an email, shoot them a support message, right? Say, hey man, you know, my I actually noticed for me it's doing the same thing, but my balance isn't updating correctly on my dashboard. I need that to be, you know, corrected. But Neo, sounds like you got something else going on, so we will look at that, man. I'm happy to look at that with you. If you don't get an answer from support, but always reach out to support. Top 1 Futures, who is the prop firm that I'm trading with right here, right now, and my preferred prop firm, albeit I am biased because I am partnered and affiliated and I stand to make money, and that's why I support for you to do your own research. They're fast. They're hella fast on support, in my humble, biased opinion. Like, one of the fastest. Now, people slip through the cracks. People don't get the support they need. I saw a support rep from somebody that was, you know, that's in my community now and very, very active. Kind of display like a not so great response. Like I wasn't too excited about the way that they responded. So yeah, things go sideways, and if that happens, or you just want me to take a second look and you're not getting, you know, you're not feeling you're getting the help you need, please feel free to shoot me a message. Shoot me a message on Discord, on socials, or like I said, my email is open, support@realdealfutures.com. You could always shoot me an email there. Be careful in Discord because it's a bunch of scammers and spammers all the time. Click on my name from the main Discord. Make sure it's me, you know, from the main chat only, and then go from there. But just getting a little bit of markup done here, guys, because we only got a couple minutes until NYSE Open. I am logged into my Top 1 Futures live account here. This is TradingView, connected to Tradeovate, not to confuse everybody with the 47,000 T names. Gonna focus up on the markets. Yes, we're gonna have some giveaways today. I got some extra fun stuff if you hang out on the stream. Maybe we get a little bit of extra sauce rolling. I don't know. We'll have to see. But hang out on the stream and we'll get some people funded, as we almost always do. So anyway, this was a level from yesterday. Absolute nightmare to look back on that one and not capitalize on it. I'm going to get rid of this. This is our all-time high up here. Taking a look at how we are getting ready to open up here in about 2 minutes. Getting ready to open up here in about 2 minutes. And yeah, guys, throw questions, throw comments in the chat. I'll read out for sure. I don't hit everybody, but I try to pick good comments and things that we can all talk about on here. But feel free. I do try to read the chat, which is open. Awesome. So. Here looking at YM on the 15-minute chart. Again, guys, this is a Top 1 Futures 15K live account. Big sell-off yesterday, right? Kind of retracing on some of this. Taking a look to the downside below price. I wanted to mark out a couple levels. You know, if we crack to the downside, I don't know that I want it right below pre-market low. I'd probably be waiting for a push into this level right here, push into this zone. These zones have been working like magic. I'm not going to run 2 levels. Can't do it. I'm going to have to be waiting for a move down here if I'm going to look for a really aggressive long off the open. We could just dip right into here, though, just to acknowledge that, for that quick, you know, fade the opening drive movement. If we push to the upside, I don't see a quick trade coming in. I'm going to get those levels out of there. I don't see a quick trade coming in. I'm not going to short this super duper aggressively as we are opening up right here. I'm going to long it. I'm going to long it super duper aggressively. I think we could continue to the upside today. I do think we've retraced quite a bit all the way back into this choppy range that we've been in for such a long period of time before we pop to the upside. I think this could be the dip before we drive higher. I really do. So we're opening up here. I'm going to wait to see if we come down lower just to take a quick look around at all of the markets. We will come back to scalp and NQ later today. Just depends on what we got on YM off the open here. Kind of similar structure out of YM. Opening up down below yesterday's low. Retesting it. VWAP a little bit stronger. Excuse me, VWAP. ES a little bit stronger up above VWAP. I'm going to watch YM on the 15-minute chart here, though. That's going to be my my go-to. We got a pretty tight range. Yeah, this was a big move yesterday, man. Not almost, man. Almost enough for me to jump in. I was waiting for a little bit higher of a pop to the upside to take this reversion. I would not have, you know, I wouldn't have caught 1,000 points. I'm not gonna say anything crazy for sure, but that would have been a nice W. It probably would have been a nice full take profit to the downside, but didn't capture that. Took some scalpy trades back and forth on NQ. Really burnt myself out yesterday, man. I thought I might be getting sick. Maybe I am. I'm not sick yet today, but I burnt myself out yesterday, man. I scalped with you guys super early. Traded into the open. Took some more scalpy trades. Ended essentially break even after a handful of trades. And then I continued on after the live session. And I put some profit in the account. You can follow me on Instagram. I've been doing a little bit more. I'll throw my my IG. I've been doing a little bit more like stories, just kind of on the day, what's going on, right? A little bit of the after the fact, bunch of P&Ls. I said I got to start throwing them in Discord as well. I have a P&L channel, so I'll start just updating everything there. But I ended like break even on a lot of those, and some of them you're like, oh, okay, you took like one trade or whatever. And like some of those I had taken like half a dozen trades individually, and it's like, you know, $1. And I'm like, oh my God, man. You know, so I try not to just keep going, and I went for a long time, but I'm glad I pulled myself off when I did, because that would have just continued to go poorly. But yeah, that's just how many trades can you actually take a day before you burn yourself out. So, watching this market open up here. Let's talk markets here. Let's talk markets. First off, 8:30 a.m. was news today from... Yeah, 8:30 a.m. news today. We got past that. We had some big news this week. We got a big movement yesterday. Bank holiday on Monday, right? Monday is, which I wasn't even aware of. I was paying attention to that this week with you guys. Bank holiday on Monday. No trading on Monday for me. Won't be doing a live stream. Stock market's closed. Bond market's closed. Banks in the U.S. are closed. Pretty much every major mover is going to be closed. The futures market is open for a half day. I don't find the need to try to trade on days where it's mutually agreed upon that we see low liquidity and irregular volatility. I don't like to, I don't like to force that. Maybe you guys do, but I won't be trading. If I will take like flip days, or something like some, prop trades, if sim account trades, if I have to do something with evals or whatever. You guys know I'm working on that on the back end, quite a bit of that. So I'll do that for sure, right? If I need to log a day or something, or get a profitable trading day in, I'll try for that. But outside of that, nothing serious. But just to take this into context for today, right? We are now coming into a 3-day weekend. What do we often get? After news prints and we get big movement, and then right before a holiday weekend, right? A 3-day weekend, maybe we get some slower moving, choppy market conditions, right? Maybe we get a little bit more consolidation. Sometimes, not always. Friday is often a nice big trend day. Subjective, right? I don't have a lot of data to support that, but just going off of feel. But I'm always cautious trading into holidays, right? Trading like right ahead of or right after holidays. I think that could be interesting. But again, talking about this market here, right? Opened up right at yesterday's low, sold off a bit through Asia London, popped to the upside back through VWAP, retested prior day's low here, and now we're selling off. I mean, that wouldn't look too bad just for a complete dump on the day. It's not what I'm going to trade for. I'm interested to see if we come down around pre-market low, right? Asia, London, overnight, Globex low, whatever you want to call this low from 6:30 a.m. Eastern time here on Friday. Interested to see if we start to bounce on something like that. We have a naked volume point of control that's way up here. That would be a huge target to the upside. That's not what I would shoot for. But I could see a test maybe of yesterday's value area low, like right into this, area of volume here, even if we're not going to flip the day bullish. But we're open up to the downside here. 5 minutes into NYSE Open. Let's see where we go from here. We definitely have the opportunity to just continue, right? We maybe that this was the consolidation coming into the new year, sweep of the highs, like much higher time frame view, and now we're just going to start selling off across multiple days, multiple weeks. Could easily happen, right? And then on lower time frames, we do have a retest of this low, and now a little bit of a break to the downside. But I'm looking long on this if we get this initial drive lower, right? That similar mean reversion style trade, this bad boy right here, right? Something along these lines, right? I'm going to look to pop to the upside on that. So we'll watch YM. I'm going to give myself probably 15 to 20 minutes, maybe check it after initial balance before I hop back and forth between NQ and YM. But we'll set some alerts, and then we'll get some scalpy trades in on NQ. See if I can't do a little bit better than yesterday. I gotta say, pre-market really just not working well for me. Again, not a big sample size, but over the last couple weeks that I've been, attempting to start to build a little bit more of an edge, scalping like a maniac on low time frames on NQ for all the reasons that I've discussed. You can hop in Discord if you want to hear a whole bunch more about that. Pre-market not working as well as like middle of the day. Close to the open, I think it's just too volatile for me as well. Probably not going to be my go-to. But after we get past like initial balance and kind of into the middle part of the day, New York lunch, I've been able to put some good profit in. I catch these kind of choppy back and forth sections of price action and structure. And for whatever reason, the way that I'm scalping using Bookmap seems to work pretty well there. Not always. Sometimes I'll just get cooked, but that's part of any trading approach. So yeah, you guys will get to watch me build that out live. I'm gonna stay on it. I'm not gonna really not gonna take my foot off the gas on that one. I'm gonna stay on that for quite a while. So watch us get close to the lows here. Interested to see if we break. I'm gonna wait to see what price action market structure looks like to the downside to look for a pretty aggressive long. Aggressive meaning I'm not gonna wait for any kind of big reaction. I'd be hopping in as we come lower here. Just taking a look at the higher time frames where this zone is drawn from. I think we could test down here today and potentially find some buyers. This might be all we have to do, just kind of dip lower and then pull back up, or, right, one of the three, up, down, or consolidate, or we dump. right? We come through this really aggressively, you know, we're going to put another big down day in, right? Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. Good afternoon. Andrew, what's happening, man? Big Frank, what's up, man? I will second that about the support. I always get a hold of them very quickly. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see what we get. And Kayla, I have asked a bunch of questions. I've asked 4 questions in the last few months. This is somebody from Kick. I've asked 4 questions in the last few months. I got a reply back within minutes every time. They been by far the fastest at replying. Awesome. Yeah, so talk about top 1 futures. Talk about top 1 futures support. Yeah, they're fast, guys. They're in my humble biased opinion, right? But you know, here's what I would do, right? If you have any kind of issue with a prop firm, this really goes for all prop firms, right? I would come on to the main site. This is Top 1 Futures site. If you guys want to check this out, I'll throw the link in the chat. This is my preferred prop firm of choice. I'm a big fan of these accounts right here. These are pretty badass as well. You get 50% off with code RDF, but this is the little button that I would click. This is the little button that I would click right in here, right? If you are interested in anything, you have a question, you need to talk to somebody, I would start the chat right in here. This is really the same on almost every single site. I would start that chat right in there, and I would push through until you get to an agent, right? I would give them the info that they want, talking to a, here we go for a long, that they want, talking to a, you know, an AI bot, which can be kind of annoying sometimes. But I would push through until you get to a support agent, provide all the detailed information that you possibly can, account numbers, and then, you know, wait for the response. They have emails that you could do. Some of them, like, they have call-in and stuff. But that's what I would go for if you were having any kind of issue. Yeah, man, I'm looking at this long. Looking at this long. This is a dicey one. Do I want to wait on it? I think I'm gonna wait for my zone. Man, this is gonna be a dicey one. Remember that little line I had up here, guys? I'm wondering if we just if this is as low as we go. I'm wondering if this is as low as we go here. We got a little bit of liquidity down here that we might want to come into. I would like a stop way outside of this. There we go, coming a little bit lower. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to mark it in on this one. I'm not gonna mess around with that that limit plus or minus. I don't want to miss a fill. Staying patient, staying patient, staying patient. There we go. Coming in. Pretty aggressive move to the downside. Like I said, gonna be looking for the aggressive buy. I'm in on this one, guys. I'm in one mini here. I'm looking for a break to the downside for this mean reversion style trade. This is aggressive. I am buying into selling pressure. Glad I waited and I didn't take it off. About how many points higher would this be? Almost 100 points higher. But I'm going to look for a rejection off of this potential support area. Ooh, very nice wick back up. Very nice wick back up. Now run to the upside, YM, man. Make me look like a genius today. Come on, brother. Hook it up. Hook it up, man. An immediate, immediate 60-point bounce to the upside. Run it up. Let's go. No, guys, let's talk about this trade. All right, we're in. Glad to be taking a trade. This is on the live account. Oh, let's go, dude. Let's go. 100 points to the upside. Immediately. 100 and, oh, let's go. Let's go. Guys, I'm I might take profit on this one really quickly. I might take it really, really quickly. There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. This could be a gnarly bounce. This could be a gnarly bounce before we completely rip lower. Come on, give me that back to VWAP move. Give me that back to VWAP move. Let's get a sell limit in here. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, man. Make it a nice Friday for me. Not price plus an offset. I'm taking this one, guys. I'm taking my $1,000. I'm taking my $1,000. I'm out. I'm out. I'm taking my 200 points right there, guys. I'm not going to play with this one today. That might be the absolute bottom where we run to the upside. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to see me come down, back down through this. I want a nice W in the live account. I'm going to take my 1-to-1 right there. And what are we, 15 minutes in? Listen, guys, let me explain something to you here. Let me explain something to you here. What just happened, what you just saw happen on the screen here, that's almost never how it goes. I almost never get close to bottom ticking it and then get a run in my direction. What are we off this low? 250. You could hold on to this thing. That's 300 points. We might absolutely take off to the upside. There's VWAP. We almost never get that type of a movement. It's awesome when it happens. I do not want to display that I'm a genius. I got some magical level, anything all figured out. I'm taking my quick $1,000 on that one. I want to start building back up a little bit in this live account. I'm not going to hold on for massive wins. We could absolutely run off the top. That was aggressive execution, right? I entered as we were down here, all the way down here, really aggressively, not waiting at all for any kind of reaction or bullish engulfing or any of this type of stuff. Looking for that move to the upside. And I'll tell you something. That's what I want. Mean reversion trade right off the open. Two things come into this. Number one, I want the win. I don't want to hold for these big trades right now. I need to put some profit back into this live account. And I'm going to do that by taking my profit the way that I did. Not super quickly. As we get past a 1-to-1, I'm happy with that. But number two, when we get a really aggressive wick up like this is buyers stepping in. We could rip through the highs, and it looks like we will. But what can often happen is what we see so often, right? We rip back down. We come right back down through the low. Super aggressive bounce. We take everybody out, and then what do? Dump back through. So, you know, I don't want to break even on this. It's not something I would want to allow to all the way come back through. But, yeah, 1 W. 1 W on this one, man. Can't complain. I'm not upset about that. Not upset about that at all. $1,000 in the live account. Let's see exactly what that one was, because I did mark it out. I was trying to mess with the limit order there, but I really didn't want to. Miss out on profit. But man, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna review this a little bit further, but I wanted to see if I could pull up the actual. No, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to. But yeah, about $1,000 off that low. Here was the trade. For those of you guys that are interested, here was the trade. Oh man, and we are running to the upside. 350 points in the direction of the trade. I took it off right as we started to see that $1,000 mark. 200 points in profit. No complaints, man. No complaints on a day like this. So let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. I'll say, you know, one thing you've heard me mention, I've missed some really good opportunities. I've missed some really good opportunities like this. I've missed some really beautiful, quick reactions. You know, I had to ask myself yesterday. I took the line off the chart, but it was right at the, right here. It was at the 500s. I had that level marked, right? And I said I wanted a short up here. I decided that I would wait until the 550s. That was where I was going to wait for a short. This was painful. This was painful to look back on right here. To watch a level get hit, non-execution, and then, you know, an insane move to the downside. That's painful to watch. I've had quite a bit of that. I've had levels get hit, get really close to them, like this one right here, but for some reason, you know, I'm waiting. I'm really good at being patient. That's great. You could be too patient. You could be way too patient. You could hesitate. You could not execute when you need to, and I've had quite a bit of that. I've had a level get hit like this on more than one occasions, and then we run 3, 4, 5, 600 points in the direction that I'm looking to trade with very little heat. So, you know, coming into the morning, right, and as I'm watching this, you know, trading's a game of inches. And had I not jumped in right there, let's look at this on 1 minute. That's gone. It's too late. 1 minute is too late, right? So, you know, it is a game of inches, and if you're going to apply discretion, which I sure as hell do, you have to fine-tune that, right? And you have to know when you're being too aggressive, you're not waiting long enough, you're jumping in before your zone, before your level, whatever it is, or when you're being too patient. When you have levels getting hit, and you're waiting for something else big to happen, and then the thing dumps, right? So this was a good example of good execution today. I'm happy about that. Now, there's always room for improvement, right? What could I have done today? Maybe, right? That would be different from another day. Wait for a little bit more. Take $1,500 out of this one. Oh, you know, almost 2,000 out of this one. I'm fine not doing that. More than happy to not do that. And if it runs in my direction, so be it, man. I'm more than happy to watch this thing run 1,000 points. No problem. I'm in and out with next to no heat. $1,000 in a couple minutes. I'm good. I'm more than happy to get a reaction off my zone. That's the thesis. Mean reversion style trade. All right. So, yeah, nice to get it done right into the open with you guys. Awesome to see. Awesome to see. Can't complain about that. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Good morning, chat. Good morning. What's up? Neo, Max AI from Top 1 Futures gives me links to the page that doesn't exist. That's great. That's not great. Saw the hammer in NQ and got in immediately. Beautiful. Beautiful. Great trade, Zach. Nice work, Zach. I appreciate you. Beautiful. W. Locked out for yesterday. A few comp trades. Nice. Nice. CVD was looking primed for that turnaround. Yeah, dude, it was. It was looking primed for that turnaround, right? So check this out. Check this out, guys. Let's dig into this. So, Mystic Rick brings up a really good point, right? I watch Bookmap. I was watching Bookmap over here to the right-hand side, right? CVD, cumulative volume delta, look what's happening on cumulative volume delta as we dump lower, right? We're pushing to the upside. We're aggressively pushing to the upside. As we come in to the low point, we have a divergence, a cumulative volume delta divergence. This is showing us that buy volume, buyers by way of volume, are outweighing sellers. We had a lot of buy volume right here, a lot coming on right here, and then as soon as we start to come out, cumulative volume delta jumps, right? Does that always happen? No, of course not, right? Just like anything else in the markets. But if you watch this stuff, you might find that slightly more often than not, one thing happens over another. I like to see that on cumulative volume delta. Very good point, Mystic Ray. If you guys want to check out Bookmap, I will throw it in the chart. I'll throw it in the chat, excuse me. It's on the chart. Bookmap is an order flow tool. Gives us a lot of readouts right here. One of which is cumulative volume delta, but the main claim to fame here is the heat map, which is giving us live liquidity. This is giving us live liquidity above and below price in the market, something that we cannot see on a candlestick chart. You might find that helpful. You might find that not helpful. You might say, Zach, that's crazy. What are you doing? I don't like that at all. That's totally cool. Plenty of profitable traders, professional traders trading without order flow. There's a reason I think you see so many traders use Bookmap, though, because liquidity, they find, and I do, can be helpful in trading. passive liquidity as far as resting orders above and below price, sell side and buy side. Along with that, cumulative volume delta, different readouts of volume. You can see I'm a volume-based trader. I do like that as well. So, time to call it a day and enjoy the 3-day weekend early. Thanks, bro. Have a good weekend. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah, man. Honestly, guys, I gotta say something. Mystic Rick, very good points. If I wasn't trading live with you guys, here, and I always like to be honest about this, everything would have gone very similarly to the way that it went today. At least I hope. But there's a good shot that on another day where I bag $1,000 in 2 minutes off of the open in a live account, that I go, you know what? I'm good. There's probably more opportunity. There's probably more out there for me to get. But you know what? I'm going to end that day super early, maybe do a little bit of review, and go get some other stuff done in my life. Maybe, you know, for me, I make a whole bunch of videos and things like that, work on outside business. But there's something to be said for just wrapping up your trading day on a high note, especially if you start off the day really hot and not continuing on, right? Because it could always feel really bad to go from green to red or anything like that. A beautiful part of having multiple accounts to trade, which I do, is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to trade this account anymore. I'm done. $1,000 green. I've taken multiple green trades now this week in this Top 1 Futures live account. I think I'm like 1,500 or $2,000 green, you know, in an account that's a prop firm live account. I'm not going to touch this one. I'll swap over to, like, you know, sim funded accounts, eval, something like that, and we'll get some scalping on NQ, have fun. But to your point, man, there is absolutely nothing wrong with just going, you know what? I'm good. $1,000 in the live account, off the open. Most people have to work a whole lot longer than 3 minutes, you know, onto a Friday, and I'm just going to end it. And, you know, that's going to boost my confidence. It's going to, you know, retain my mental capital, and I'm just going to move forward with my day. You know, again, does that make sense from the market's perspective? No, there's going to be more opportunities, right? Market's going to keep moving after you leave 10 minutes into the open, but there's something to be said about that. There is something to be said about that. And on another day, when something like that happens, I might say, you know what? I'm good to go, man. I burnt myself out this week. I'm just going to chill. But we're trading live here, guys. I'm not going to finish up early. We're going to hang out. We got some giveaways and stuff to do. We got some scalping on NQ to do. I think this thing is going to absolutely run. Again, part of trading, right? And being able to be cool after you watch the market, you know, you exit the market runs, is to be happy, right? Be happy with what you got. Understand your job is not to capture every single movement. Like I said when I hopped on the live stream today, I would have really liked to take a short in here. I was really close, right? I said, look at how nice my level was before a 1,000-point move to the downside. But then what did I say? I would not have captured that. I probably would have had something really similar, right? Probably would have looked like this. In fact, maybe I would have even got out here or here, right? A little bit early, right? I'm cool with that. My thesis is not to try for, you know, 5-to-1 R trades every day. That's not how I trade. That's not the win rate that I want to accept, right? So, you know, important note there. Market's going to keep moving. Don't worry about that. Trading on TradeView sucks. I missed Project X. Have you tried Tradeovate and NinjaTrader yet? Jordan. Ugliest thing. Beautiful. Yeah, appreciate you. Nate, what's up, brother? What's going on, man? What's going on, Nate? But yeah, man, nice to start this one out. Nice to start this one out on a clean W. Again, guys, I'm not gonna take any more on the Top 1 Futures live account. I've wanted to build back some profit. I've wanted to get back to a really nice spot with a lot of buffer built up in this account. And I'm happy to take the quick win on this one. I'm going to trade, you know, to Mystic Rick's point, I'm probably not going to put too much more risk on. I'll trade some evals super aggressively with you guys. I think that's what we'll do. This way, I'm happy to take a bunch of trades and, you know, scalp away on NQ. And, you know, we can lose 20 evals for the amount of money that I just made in a live account. Which is not what I would intend to do. But we'll scalp away on some evals. I'll probably do that today. Was not expecting to take a quick win immediately off the open, but happy to get that done. So let me actually hop over and I'll get that loaded up. I will Actually, let me do this first. Let me get some other accounts loaded up here on TradingView, guys. Bear with me. If you guys want to check out Top 1 Futures, code RDF gets you the best dang deal. Sorry guys, I'm just getting logged in, loading up some other accounts. Yeah, so what do we want to trade today here? Yeah, let's get a let's get an eval loaded up here. This is the same one that I was trading yesterday. This is one of the ones that I was trading yesterday. Let's get some evals in. Since we're profit on the day for the top 1 account. So just to take a look at YM off the open here, kind of where we might go from here, thought process on this. Sold off really aggressively, hit this level to the downside. Let me just frame this up because everybody always asks me this question. How did you take that buy? Why did you take that buy there? What a stupidly obvious point to draw a zone, right? Here's why I like volume profile. Take a look at the visible range volume profile, guys. You notice anything out here? You notice anything about this spot, right? And then take a look at the visible range volume profile and how it coincides with price action and market structure. You notice anything about this zone? You notice that we have the highest area of volume traded right here, and that's where we turned on a dime. You notice that we have a ton of price action market structure. We've got tops and bottoms, and that this might be a key area of interest. We could even drag it back further and go, wow, look at this really aggressive reaction right near that level. Right. No magic. Doesn't happen every day. Maybe it happens enough times to be dangerous. Maybe it at least gives you a way to structure risk where I got long in here and I say, hey, you know what? If we don't find some buyers somewhere in here, that's why we run a stop loss that's wide, at least I do, right? If we don't find any buyers in here at all and we trade through this level, I'm wrong. I'm dead wrong, and I think we're continuing lower, right? At very least, it gives you a way to structure risk. I don't think any zones or volume profile or any random thing you're going to draw on your chart has any real predictive power that's going to predict which way the market's going to go next, right? I think they give you a way to structure risk, a really good way to structure risk, and apply some consistency to your trading. All right, let's see. Let's hop over to NQ. Get ready to get some scalping in here, man. Let's see. Chat, how we doing, man? Grinding had a rough month from second week of January now. Grinding 5 combines, back to XFEs, focus on the muscle fitness magazine features, still top 10. Nice, dude. Nice, man. Yeah, take a light, Nate. Take a light, Nate. It's a long game, man. It's a long game for sure. Sovereign Pulse, what's up? Maritime Trader, just reached out to top 1 as the dashboard is showing incorrect values. Yes, I did see that as well. FYI, they suggested stopping trading until issues resolve. We are actively working on a known synchronization issue between TraderBait and our dashboard. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm trading obviously today, even though I did see that synchronization issue. But if they advise you to not trade, then I wouldn't trade until they tell you to trade. Took the same long on MES with combines. Nice. 740 my top step practice account. XFA blown. That's my life. Damn it. Damn it, Mike. 500 my new combine locked out. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. So, yeah, if you guys hopped on late, this was essentially the trade. This was essentially the trade. Caught the lows right in here into this zone. Took profit and about $1,000 on the way back up, 200 points. This thing looks like it could absolutely just rip to the upside. Very, very nice. I'm off into some sim accounts. We're going to be looking at NQ, looking at getting some scalpy trades in. Giving ourselves a heart attack on the low time frames. Let me go ahead and take a look at where I had these zones drawn from yesterday. That played out really nicely. We're gonna have to go to MNQ. I forgot. That's a little too aggressive for the 50K accounts. Yeah, let me go ahead and get rid of all this. I don't want any drawings on here. We're going to go ahead and get ready to get scalpy on NQ. Scalpy on NQ. And again, guys, you know, if you want info on what I'm doing, right, and why I'm doing it, go ahead and hop in Discord. You know, hop in Discord. I'll try not to repeat myself so much. But as you can see, you know, YM pays me well. Works really well. It does not provide a lot of opportunities. It's better suited to that, you know, one trade a day, maybe no trade, intraday swing trading type of approach. You know, and there's reasons that I want to continue to build out or try to build out, you know, additional edges in the markets. Multiple reasons. So if you want to hear more about that, learn more about that, hop in the Discord. Link is pinned to the top of the chat because I think it's important to preface like what the hell I'm doing here on the super duper low time frames with super tight stop losses and take profits. All right, I think it's really important to talk about that. Whoa, I definitely don't want that. What the hell? Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust that. Just starting to frame anything out. This is not exactly what I'm going with. Right now, heavy volatility coming into the open here. Obviously, ATR is up near 50. It changes so damn rapidly on NQ. Gonna look for some scalpy style trades utilizing Bookmap. Actually got one setting up right here off of the 24,700s as we come into some liquidity to the downside. I made a long form YouTube video on this as well. I'm actually going to take this one if we grab this last little bit. That was the move. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. One of these 700s right here to get filled for a quick 100 tick move back up to the upside. That was it right off that low. Quick bounce. Yeah, we can work with like 2 times the ATR. Just to start to get a feel for that. We'll talk about this approach. Talk about it. Last 15 minutes on NQ has been looking pretty choppy. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Very choppy. Yes, it has. Something I do consistently. You have a psychological block pressuring yourself, it sounds like. Hey, Mike, I got a suggestion for you. Copy trade combines with your XFA. And combine is the lead. Yeah. Yep. Use whatever little hack you possibly can. Yeah, this is looking really choppy here, guys. Super duper choppy. I don't mind trading within this chop. And kind of the rangy style choppy trades that I will look for. But I would assume we break here coming up pretty soon, right? Just take a look at where we're at for volume profile here. Here is going to be our current value area high. Just some stuff I like to mark out on the 1-minute chart because you can't see much of anything on the 1-minute chart. Here's our value area high, value area low. We get our current volume point of control, and then this visible range volume profile also gives us a point of control. But just to get a little bit of reference is where the heck we are here as price starts moving around. And these will change quickly. Value area high and value area low from the current day as we print more volume here. That's what I wanted. I wanted the 700s, but I don't know that I want it now as we come all the way back down. Looking pretty damn choppy here. Looking pretty choppy here, but gonna hang out with you guys, get some scalpy trades in. I want to again, I want to continue to test, continue to forward test. Ugh. can talk about this this trading style here in a minute. Let's see. But off to a good start today, man. Off to a good start today. That's how it goes, guys. That's how it goes. A lot of nothing, and then something. Ebbs and flows in trading that we talk about. Yeah, this is pretty fast moving. This is pretty fast moving here, guys. There's value area high. Looking for a little scalpy short back down. Unless we break out to the upside, I think I could pick up a quick 100 ticks on this one. Let's see. We are looking like we want to push higher here. I'm gonna wait on this just a minute. Just starting to get a feel for it. That's the trade right there. There it is. Yeah, I'm just not moving fast enough, but that's the trade right there. Value area high. There's your your 100 and your 150 100 ticks. That's the quick scalpy style moves that I'm looking for, right? Looking at volume levels, looking at price action, looking at order flow to the upside. That's the baseline of what I'm attempting to do here. Quick scalpy movements, quite discretionary, right? Definitely discretionary, definitely aggressive. You could end up with a lot of quick losses, a lot of quick wins. You got to be cautious if you're trading with trading accounts that have minimum hold time rules, which I do. Not to have too many that fall into the, just couple seconds, which can happen pretty quickly if you do this. We could really just take off to the upside here. 850s could be an interesting spot to look for a really aggressive scalp like this. Oof. Yeah, this is pretty volatile. This is pretty volatile. I don't know that I want to play with this just yet. I'm going to watch price a little bit more. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to watch price a little bit more as we decide whether or not we're actually going to break out to the upside here. Testing this value area high again. Kind of chopping around yesterday's low, right? Interesting. We can come all the way up here pretty quickly. I think this could be an easy spot to go up and grab more liquidity. Just trade across this volume. We could easily come all the way back down and just dump from a higher time frame perspective, but looking on the 1 minute super zoomed in, trying to scalp these little movements within price. That's what I'm doing here on NQ. This for now looks like we want to break to the upside. Again, I'm not always getting ready to take an order when I do this either, guys, but I'm just using TradingView's bracket orders to get a feel for like what volatility looks like, and frame out like, is that enough? Do I want to go with another 50% on something like a take profit and a stop loss to give these things more room? Do we want to get really, really tight with it? Keep risk really low. Yeah, there's these little movements back in. Playing value area high would have worked pretty nicely. Just trying to start to get a feel for this before I start clicking buttons. I think it's important to watch a chart for more than 2 seconds if you're coming off of something like I am from this morning, coming off of YM, right? So all the way back down in around VWAP. Do we come all the way through this? Do we retest VWAP here and then pop right back up? Kind of looks like what we want to do. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I like the way we're reacting around these light little levels here on Bookmap. I like the way price action structure is forming in this choppy little area here. We start to break out, which it looks like it might want to do. This could start to give me a problem. Widen this a little bit. Coming right back down towards value area low here. Let's see. Cracking down below VWAP. Let's see. Not much that's helping me here. A little bit right in here for Bookmap. Yeah, I'm going to need to mark it because these are moving too fast. I'm going to need to mark it because I'm waiting for the turn. Let's see. Watching price. Choppy, man. Choppy back and forth. I don't mind trying to work in here. Bookmap's kind of interesting as I'm watching it near the open. It's not super duper clear. It's these very light levels on the thin NQ book. So it's a little bit tricky to play with, but I'm watching this right back up to VWAP. Let's see, like, do we want to go and grab this? Yeah, we do. We want to go right up and grab like the 58s, 59s. Are we gonna get drawn to that? We want to come right down and grab the 24 700s. Yeah, I got a good read. I'm just not executing on this one. Sorry to hone in, guys. I'm gonna hang out for a minute. I got a really good read on this one. Bookmap's doing what I want it to do. It's just fast moving near the open, and I'm gonna have to watch this for a little bit before I start clicking buttons. So I'm not gonna just get too quiet. But that's like 3 or 4 in a row that would have played pretty nicely. I'm just gonna watch this for a little bit. Let's see. Chat, how we doing, guys? How we doing? Let's yap for a minute here. You guys got questions, feel free to throw it in the chat. We will have some giveaways coming up. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get the giveaways ready to roll right now. If you want some giveaways, you know what to do. Go ahead, smash the like button on YouTube. If you're anywhere else, you could do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do anything. Free means free. We're gonna run giveaways no matter what. But you want to help me out, support the stream. You like what you see here? Feel free to smash that like button and support your boy. We're gonna get ready to roll on this. Let's see. I got something I'm gonna do today, guys. I'm gonna have a giveaway form to fill out. The same way we usually have a giveaway form to fill out. But I'm going to have a couple extra questions on this one. I'm gonna ask you guys a couple extra questions today. I want to make this one a little bit of a survey, okay? This one is going to be a little bit of a survey. I'm gonna ask you some extra questions, okay? I'm gonna ask you some questions about trading with prop firms. I'm curious to hear your answers on this. I'd like to know. I'd like to know where you're at with different prop firms, what you find important with prop firms, you know, all that fun stuff. So you don't have to do anything. Remember, you don't have to fill anything out. You could hang out here live with me every damn day. Free 99. But I'm gonna ask you some questions on this one. If you want into today's giveaway, you're gonna have to answer some questions, okay? And here's the rule. If you don't answer the questions, if you don't fill anything out, you just put like blank stuff. If you win, I'm not gonna pick you. So let me just edit this up a little bit. But I'm gonna ask you guys some questions here. Bear with me, Chatty McChat, because I like to give feedback, and I think it's important to know some of this stuff. And answer this one honestly, right? You guys know who I trade with. You know some of the firms that I trade with. I don't care. Answer this one however you actually, you know, whatever you actually believe, right? You don't have to put, you know, top one or something. You know, I want to hear who you trade with, what your favorite firm is, you know, what makes you prefer that firm. Like, I want to know. I'm genuinely curious, and you know, I need to be able to provide feedback to the guys that I'm partnered with, as well as just utilize the information myself, right? to know, what you guys, my community, is doing. Okay, awesome. And guess what? We're gonna do this since I'm asking for a little bit more info. We're gonna do this. We're gonna run 2 giveaways for this form, double giveaways today, and I'm gonna leave it up for a while. Okay, guys. So check it out. Link is gonna go right now in the Discord. Link is gonna go in the live stream. Link is going to go in the Kick live stream. Go ahead and get this one filled out. Yeah, it's in Kick and everything. I see and Kayla asked, would you rather be... No, you guys can hop on whatever stream you want. It's on Kick. It's on YouTube. It's in the free Discord. Go ahead and get this form filled out. You don't have to if you don't want to. But get this one filled out. Take a minute to fill this one out and answer it honestly, right? There's an open-ended one down at the bottom. Let me know. Why is whatever firm you're trading with your favorite? What do you like about that firm? What's the most important thing for you? Is it rules? Is it price? Is it platforms? Is it how long they've been around? What and why? What is that? Just give me a little bit of info, guys. This stuff is super helpful because, like you see, Clay on my stream was on this week. They take this stuff into consideration, and I work with prop firms and software companies and people in the space that actually listen, and I could say, hey guys, here's what my community wants. What is this possible to do? What does this look like? All these fun things. And then also, I want to make sure that I'm aligning myself with, products and companies and software and prop firms that you guys actually want to use, right? That you find important. So I think I know these things, but I only know what I know, right? Obviously, I have a ton of discussions. We got thousands of members in Discord. I got thousands of members and followers and stuff across socials. I hear from the community. I got a pretty good feel, but I think it's really important to do this every once in a while. So go ahead and get this one filled out. I'm asking some more questions. We're going to run double giveaways today, okay? And while we're doing that, we'll scalp NQ. But this one's going to stay up for a little bit. Nobody freak out. We're not going to run it right away. This is going to stay up for a little bit. But go ahead and get that one filled out, and you'll get a chance to win a couple 50K instant funded Ignite accounts. And again, guys, don't fill the form out more than one time. Don't fill it out more than one time. If you fill it out more than one time, you're going to get banned from everything that I do. You're going to get banned from all the firms that I'm affiliated with. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. We do giveaways almost every damn day. We give out so many accounts. You have such a good chance to win. If you hang out long enough, you'll inevitably win. If you scam the form, you're just going to ensure that you don't get a chance to win. So please don't do that. There's so many more things I could do to make this difficult and require different emails and all this stuff. I like to make it so easy because it's just easy to click a button and fill a form out. But if you guys ruin it, then I have to I have to do more stuff. So that's all I'm going to complain about. Y'all are awesome. No complaints, but please help me out and don't do that. And help yourself out. All right, so we traded back and forth this really nice choppy range. Scalping from VWAP to value area high would have paid really nicely. I don't know that I want to start taking this now as we break out. Really, really good read as far as what I look for. Just hopped over from YM after taking a win, and I do like to watch, price for a little while before I start doing anything too crazy, before I start jumping into trades. So I watched through some really nice opportunities here on NQ. We'll see if those, continue to present themselves. But essentially what I'm looking for is really just a trade off of just volume profile levels, price action, market structure, support, and resistance. Kind of the same way that I do on YM, just much more aggressive. And then I also utilize levels of liquidity, these really small levels of liquidity, right? Because I'm really zoomed in here, a little bit stronger than I do on something like YM, right? I'm looking for them to fill like this right here, maybe catch a reaction really quickly after those sell orders fill. Maybe target that area, right? Maybe target this area. This one's tricky because we could break this and immediately go grab that, which I think we're going to, or at least get super duper close. And I'm gonna wait maybe for that one to catch a to catch a little short, but no, that's going to be as close as we get, at least for right now. Starting to push to the upside. We are near initial balance setting. Let's see if we want to pop these 850s. Look for a little reversion back down towards value area high, current value area high. Taking a little market order on this one. Very aggressive, right? Looking for this reversion after just a quick crack back up here. Had some sell orders sitting here. We had some orders right up above this high sell side. Probably got some liquidity up there. Looking for a little trade back down towards value area high. Can actually widen out on this one a little bit. Can actually widen out on this one a little bit on both sides, allow a little bit more room, but I'm going to keep risk low so I can take a bunch of these. Let's take a couple scalpy trades. Again, guys, this is not on the Top 1 live account anymore. We took a W on that one right off the rip. $1,000 really quickly right off the open. I'm not going to press it in that one. I'm happy to take some L's, some wins, whatever. Get some scalpy trades going here on NQ. Nice. I'm going to go stop loss to break even on this bad boy really quickly. I want to see a really aggressive reversion back down, or I'll take a stop at break even. There we go. Stop the break even on that one. Actually showed some. Did I get slipped a little bit? Let me actually see what this looks like. I looked like some slippage. But go ahead and get that form filled out, guys, if you want a chance to win a couple Top 1 futures accounts. Yeah, I got some mean slippage on that one. That's a mean slippage on that one. That was... Wow. Wow. Is that possible? Yeah, I got slipped 20 ticks. Wow. Okay, let's take some more trades because that was very interesting. So I went stop loss to break even pretty quickly on that one. It was actually break even plus a tick or two. On 5 MNQ, that's showing me a P&L of negative $45. That is not including fees, trade commissions and fees, which were 50 cents. That's a nice slip. Now I saw it right here, which is probably super valid. Right as we popped, that was it right there. And something like that will smoke you, which it did. But now I'm gonna have to do something else. Here comes the testing time. Time to be the scientist. Now I'm gonna have to run a couple more trades and run them on TradingView first, and then take a look and see what that looks like on Tradeovate. That one's really that one was pretty violent. That was a mean fill, a mean one. I'm wondering if it's TradingView slippage or if it's Tradeovate, because that was ugly. I don't know why it would be TradingView slippage, because the order, once a stop order is in and a take profit order is in, it's sent to Tradeovate. The initial fill is what I worry about. Like, you know, marketing in up here, I worry about something like that. But I'm gonna take a few more scalpy trades on this, guys. These are not gonna be anything to write home about, because I want to see what this looks like on fills. I'm gonna run this again right now. Okay, so stop is at 24.9, 44.25. Take profits at 24.8, 84 and a quarter. So I can see that on. I can't see it on Trade-Evade. Why not? Let's see. Let's see what this stop looks like if I go and get that tagged. Why can't I see this on Trade-Evade? No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is wrong. I was looking at something else. This is wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this stuff out in real time with you. I might have been looking at the wrong account on that P&L. I gotta go back into the report. Okay, let's do this again so we get stopped. Stop loss plus a tick, right? Stop loss plus 2 ticks. Right, break even plus 2 ticks. So now let me see what I get stopped at if we wick back up here. Right, entry's at 14 3/4, stop is at 14 1/4. I'm stop loss to break even plus 2 ticks on MNQ, 5 micros. So if we wick back up, I want to see how I end up on this one.
Stop filled.
There we go. That one. Can we look at some trades, some fills? There we go. No, that was good. These are good. No, I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. Let me back up there. I was wrong. I was wrong. I pulled up the wrong account because now I'm in the order tab here, looking at fills. I was wrong. For both of these, I was dead wrong. Sorry, guys. My total P&L is plus $10. Those fills were fine. It showed me like a negative number as we wicked back up. But those fills were good. Those were fine. I apologize for saying that because I was dead wrong. My fill on the exit there was exactly 24.9, 14 1/4, which it should have been. So we're good. No slippage. The first one I would have to go back and watch the live and actually look at what I was doing or throw executions on. I won't waste too much time here. But the first one, maybe it slipped me by a tick or two. But that was it. I immediately saw that negative $55 on here, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I hopped on, and I saw, I looked at the wrong account. I saw negative $45. It's wrong. That was not it. It's a separate account. So apologies, guys. We're good. You could go back into Trade-Evade separately and look at your actual fills for every single order. So let's take a couple more, though. Let's take a couple more. Again, guys, go ahead and get the giveaway form filled out. We're going to be doing a double giveaway form because I'm asking you guys to fill a whole bunch of stuff out. If you need the link to the form, it is in the chat on YouTube, Kick, X. If you're on there, hop in my Discord. Link is in my bio. It's in the It's in the Discord. You guys are funny. You guys are funny at Discord. I'm looking at some of the messages. Yeah, we'll run that in a little bit. Yeah, get the form filled out. Someone said lucid end of day drawdown because we were talking about what you guys like, what you like, you know, what you don't like. Go ahead and put this down. Yeah, give me your honest opinion. Like I said, guys, please. You know what I trade with? You know, you don't have to like hype up any account or firm that I use or whatever. Like, please, you know, give me guys your honest opinion. ADL King says, putting down my honest answer. Hope that helps. Please do. Today's survey question, Zach. Anything special to be launched with top 1 futures? They are always looking at new things to add. I think you guys have known they've only been out for, you know, what, almost a year, coming up on a year here. But they've continued to innovate. They've continued to launch new products. They've continued to roll out new things. Ooh, nasty move out of NQ here. I'm 2 break evens on this so far, but we'll keep playing around. But yeah, they're always looking to innovate and roll out new stuff. I would say we'll probably see something new from them pretty soon. Yeah, I did not really trade 60 ticks. Trading V sippage is nuts. Yeah, I don't this one was okay, but I'm curious to see. Zach, do you prefer scalping or how you normally trade market levels, setting your stops, entering, waiting for a good size move? I prefer how I normally trade, which is slower, swing style trading. That's where I've got the most, it's what pays me the best. That's what I enjoy doing the most. It's what, you know, my strong suit is. But, you know, for a lot of different reasons, I'm here scalping like an absolute psychopath on NQ with you guys. And again, if you want to hear that, so I don't have to repeat it too many times, go into the Discord, in Zach's Trade, scroll up. There's, you know, some stuff where I talk about coming into this year. And then there's a voice message of like 5 or 7 minutes where I really give a detailed update on what you're going to see from me, which is what I'm doing right here with you guys, you know, on this live session after trading YM. But we can talk about why that is, right? I think it's important. You know, how long you've been trading, you know, why you're doing what you're doing, what goes into what the hell you're doing, you know, all these different things. Risk factors, so. No, don't, are they different links? No, one form. It's only one form. It's the same form. Only fill the form out one time. Only fill the form out one time, guys. Sorry. Only fill the form out one time. We're going to run 2 giveaways. Everybody that fills it out will get both giveaways. Please only fill the form out one time. No, one. It's I don't know why it says a different link, but only fill it out one time. Nah, form's good. Form's good. Just one form, guys. Just one form. Sorry, I posted it again. Just one form. But we're chilling. I'm not running it just yet, guys. I'm getting some scalping in. I'm leaving it up, like I said. I got more questions on there for everybody. Go ahead and get that one filled out. And, yeah, I want to hear your opinion. You know, the prop firm spaces continue to change rapidly, right? You know, between the styles of accounts, the, you know, instant funded versus emails, the evals, the price you have to pay for an account, you know, quicker with, you know, no minimum trading days to pay out versus consistency rules. You know, all these things I'm interested to hear your take on. Like, what do you like from these accounts? There's so many different options out there, but I'd like to provide some feedback to the guys that I work with. You know, I know what I like, you know, to a degree. But I'm interested to hear, you know, what you guys find valuable and like to see. But I'm going to, again, I'm prefacing what I'm doing right here, which is aggressive inherently. But I'm going to take some additional trades here, guys. I'm going to intentionally smash this button here because I want to see what these fills look like. That first one scared me. It actually filled me fine. But I do want to see what these fills look like. That one looked like I got slipped heavy. I actually didn't. TradingView is just so delayed with everything that I actually didn't get slipped. And I'm thinking that the fill is going to be pretty good, even with a market order. All the way back in on this, man, after cracking IB high to the upside. Really aggressively pushing lower. I might try something pretty aggressive right in here off the 80s. Unless we just give this up and rip right back through VWAP. What's ES doing today?
Order filled.
That was an ugly fill. I'm long, guys. I'm testing some trades, like I said. Let's see. Stop is at 779. Let's see what this fill looks like if I take the stop, which it looks like I'm going to as we trade through the 80s here. That was an ugly fill. I do have to mention that. I hated the way that market looked. Yeah, man, I might have to play around on Trade Evade. I don't mean to be the complainer, but I might have to mess around on Trade Evade just directly. This is dicey. Watching this on Trade Evade on the side. Obviously, you could hear the order filled coming off of Trade Evade. But man, that slow movement is just not it. 815. Yeah, in a quarter of the way to the stop loss.
Stop fill.
There we go. Stopped on that one. Yeah, with a good fill. With a good fill. Not a bad fill. Let's see. Went and got those 80s. Now we're going to catch the bounce right back to value area high, right? Curious to see what happens down here around VWAP for a couple more scalpy trades. Again, guys, go ahead, get the form filled out. Only one time. I'll run the giveaway pretty soon. I'm not gonna make you guys hang out too long on this. Curious around VWAP and curious to see what these fills look like. That one was ugly as all sin. Buyer stepping in near VWAP. We get a stupid aggressive clean out move. Do we crack right back up to try to hold this? Yeah, right back to value area high. This is what I was shooting for. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Seller stepping in, trying to drive this thing lower. Crack through VWAP here really aggressively. Trying this one here, and this one's super aggressive. I'm actually going to widen this a little bit. I'm going to come all the way down here and all the way up here. Actually, all right up here. Oh, I can't. Oh, you can't edit both at the same time. Ah. We're learning. Okay, you can edit one at a time and then hit confirm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So you would have to go like this and then hit confirm and then edit. How about on Trade Evade? I can't drag on Trade Evade. I know that. You can edit just by throwing more orders in and deleting these. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really love TradingView. I love a TradingView chart. I really do love a TradingView chart like this, but I gotta be honest, I don't love the executions on here, especially for super scalpy style stuff like this. I really don't love the executions on here. The functionality is really cool, being able to drag things around. The order card is really cool. You know, being able to see stuff like this and you know, have take profits and stop losses out here. Get rid of that. But the actual chart itself is just a little bit dicey, man. And the way everything prints is not really to my liking. But I'm gonna see. I'll see if I can make it work. I do want to watch some fills because that one was sketchy. That market in wasn't that bad on this one, but that first stop was super sketchy, super duper sketchy. Started to catch a little bit of bounce right off this area. Again, looking for a long right back up past VWAP just to go wick through. We're just dumping lower, and I'm hitting the buy button when all I got to do is hit the sell button. Classic. Looking for these quick reversion trades off of these levels of liquidity. We're really not getting that. We're just eating it up to the downside. Chopping around a little bit on the 1 minute, but really so far just continuing lower. That was a mean move to the upside from higher time frames. And then a aggressive move back in, down through VWAP, little break and retests. But I am actually curious to see what we do here. It looks like we just want to go lower for the moment. Continually adjust these value area high and low levels as they come into play here. Anyway, guys, go ahead, get the form filled out. There's one form, only one form. I will run 2 giveaways from that form. That's what we said. Run 2 giveaways from that form. Yeah, it's all the same one. It's all the same one. Hate trade of it for scalping. I lost an account because if was it a take profit? Damn, shows how much I was paying attention. Oh yeah, we gotta take profit. Nice. Nice. We caught a little bit of a bounce there. I hate trade of it for scalping. I lost an account because if you don't exit all the orders, one can remain. Yeah. Would Top 1 Futures ever do a new account with activation fees? Like it would be $50K, $100, 3 days to pass, end of day. $100K, $150, 3 days to end of day. NQ Lee, so would that be an evaluation account? Would that be an evaluation account? Yeah, been struggling about trade management since moving through projects. Yeah, guys, you know, listen, here's the deal. I'm scalping away here on TradingView. We're all in the same boat, right? We're coming off of one platform and onto another, and we're up against the same thing. Like, I hope I'm displaying this live with you guys. Like, I'm trying to really figure out exactly where I want to hone in, right? Like, we have options. I could trade Trade8, NinjaTrader, TradingView, you know, maybe some other options, you know, for most firms. You can only trade Project X on Top Step, which we know. But coming off of Project X for all other firms, right? You know, what would I like to trade on? And I've traded on TradingView in the past with a live account. I've done it in Forex as well. You know, I'm just getting a feel for what this looks like on really low time frames, executing what the Trade8 connection looks like, you know, all of these things with you guys live. So there's going to be a challenge no matter what. Like, it's not going to be the exact same. There's going to be some challenge for sure. We just got to find what the best suit is for us, right? The best opportunity is for us. So I'll always try to talk about it. But anyway, guys, let me give me a minute. We're going to come back and run the giveaway here. Again, only fill the form out one time. Wherever you found the form, one time, please. One time, guys. I will be right back. Back in action with you guys. All right. Chat. Not a bad day. Not a bad day so far. Not quite done. Not quite done yet. In fact, we're right off of value area high again. Want to try another short? Kinda. I kinda do. Not quite done yet, but not a bad day. Caught a beautiful W on YM right off of the open. That was hella clean. Are we just going to take off here and run the highs?
Order filled.
I'm trying a little short up here, guys. Trying a little short up here. I might widen that bad boy out a little bit. That would be clean all the way back down here. Let's stick to our guns. Let's stick to our scalping around, you know, a little over 3 times the ATR. All right, giveaway time. Last chance, guys. Let me go ahead and get this form filled out. Get this form lined up with you guys. It's giveaway time. Let's go ahead and run it. Let's get the ducks ready. Ooh, ooh.
Order filled.
Oh, we gotta take profit on that bad boy. Very nice. 150 ticks to the downside. Quick take profit. Sorry, I saw it out of the corner of my eye coming down here. So nice little scalp to the downside. 400 bucks green in this little account that we're trading on the side. All right, let's run the giveaway. I know you guys like trading, and I know you like giveaways, man. So we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it. We're gonna run it up. All right, somebody said I filled it out too many times. What did you fill it out too many times? Who said that? Okay, funded Sabam. You filled it out too many times. Okay, cool. I like the contract limits. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about this, and hopefully you guys put some of this stuff down on the forum. You know, I really hope that you did. All right. Funded Sabam, you filled it out too many times. Did anybody else fill it out too many times? Let's see. If you spam the form, I hope you step on a Lego barefoot. All right. We have... I think we got like 120 peeps in here. Y'all are awesome. Thank you guys. Just so you know, like, you know, this stuff doesn't fall on deaf ears. Obviously, like I said, I have Clay on my show. I have one of the founders of Top 1 Futures on my show, right? And, you know, listening to what you guys have to say, you know, I want to hear about that stuff so I can provide feedback to him and others and just to know, right? You know, kind of what's going on. But your voice is not going to fall on deaf ears over here. So let's go ahead and run this giveaway. This is for 50K Ignite Top 1 Futures accounts. They will come straight to your email if you win. Shout out Top 1 Futures. Shout out the guys over there for supporting me, supporting the stream, supporting you with the best deals. If you want to check them out, I'll throw the link in chat before we even run the race real quick. Code RDF gets you the best deal. Bam. If you guys want to check out Top 1 Futures, instant funding prop firm. Personally can't stand activation fees. That's where Lucid shines, in my opinion. But I also love Top 1. Been using those accounts the longest. So Kobe, but do you prefer an eval model, right? Lucid is an eval model, I'm assuming. I'm reading a message from... Ooh, RDF gets you 60% off currently. Purple Ninja Facts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. We got somebody dropping some insider information. Read the chat. Maybe go to the website and try RDF out and see how much you get off. Yeah, let me know what you think. We're talking about prop firms. We're talking about what you guys prefer. Let me know in the chat while we run this race. We got 3 minutes to go. Good luck, everybody. We're gonna run multiple here. I said we're running more than one, so everybody chill out. You got to be on the stream to win. But what do you prefer? Do you prefer a funded, instant funded, where there's no activation, no challenge, no eval, and then you know you're paying a little bit higher price, and then you typically have a pretty tight consistency rule? Or do you prefer an eval where you're paying to take a test? You know, you might pass or fail, but then when you're funded, you usually have like a wider area to work. Maybe you can go right to like daily payouts. Maybe you can, you know, you don't have a consistency rule, or maybe it's almost always a wider consistency rule. And then like for evals, what do you want? The higher price with no activation? You know, I'm curious to hear. I think they're two different models. I really like both of them, eval and instant funded. I don't enjoy trading evals unless I want to be able to do what I'm doing today and just test a whole bunch of stuff with super low risk on the line. But it's a time suck. It's kind of part of the prop firm game. But let me hear. Straight to funded, no consistency, and 5K drawdown for $100. Yeah, that that ain't coming. Eval to live. No consistency rule or 40 to 50% consistency rule. Okay. Okay, no consistency rule. Okay. Yeah, we're never going to get instant funded with no consistency. I know that. And I know most prop firms are going to have some consistency. 20% is kind of the baseline for instant funded. 40 to 50% is more of the baseline for funded. Or if there's no consistency rule, they're going to have like a payout cap, right? They're going to have like maybe a minimum trading days, or they're going to have a buffer that you have to get over and then a payout cap, which can still work, right? Because now there's no consistency rule. You could run it up. That's going to work for a lot of people. But there's always going to be that trade-off that, you know, that keeps them from just, you know, handing out money, right? Only eval if I have no consistency or at least 40%. Yeah, okay. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Zach, there's one firm that's unbeaten right now. Daily payouts, no cap on payouts, no consistency on funded, and no activation fee with their code. It's honestly the best. Simple rules. Take Profit Trader. Yeah. So let's talk Take Profit Trader, right? ADO King. Here's the thoughts. I like Take Profit Trader. I really like Take Profit Trader. But check it out. What Purple Ninja Facts just said. They have multiple things that are not the best, right? They have a 5 minimum trading days to pass. The first, just the eval, right? So you have a 50% consistency on the eval, and then you have 5 trading days to pass. It's a long period of time to stay in an eval and have to keep trading. Once you get to funded, it's all the things that you said. No activation, no consistency. You could run it up. Good luck, everybody. Let's see. But there is 2 things there. You have to make it past the buffer in order to take a payout. So you have to get over that $2,000. It's reasonable, right? daily payouts is sweet, but there's also an intraday trailing drawdown on the funded account until you make the buffer. So again, like super sweet in some areas, like so badass in some areas, but there's always going to be something, right? There's always going to be some kind of trade-off. But I would agree, their eval model, it's very hard to beat that. But there's other stuff out there where you have a consistency in funded, where you can't run it up. There is a payout cap, but it's end of day trailing drawdown in funded, not intraday, right? You get over a buffer, and maybe it's daily payouts, right? Where you're able to get past an eval in 2 to 3 days, 2 days to pass, and then daily payouts from day one, right? So there's always going to be these trade-offs. So we got poor guy 865 W's in the chat. No more poor guy. Finally, trading has end of day account, and trade day has end of day account and daily payouts. Okay, yeah. No more poor guy indeed. Poor guy, he won. There he is in the chat. Let me mark him out. But no, again, Maz, this is why I run this stuff, right? Like, I make videos about this stuff. All right, hang on. We're gonna race again. Don't worry, nobody go anywhere. I make videos about this stuff. I compare them. Number one, I want to trade the best stuff that I can find, and I want to make sure that I'm, promoting what I think is the best deal based on, all of the input that you guys have. So that's why I like to have these conversations, right? We're talking about different prop firms for anybody that hopped on late. Congrats. Yeah. So, but no, again, everything is going to have their trade-offs. I think it's important. Like, that's why I say there's no one best, even though I have things that I promote and, market and I'm paid for, right? That I think are great. I'm biased, of course, but I don't think there's any one best out there. We certainly see a lot of stuff going on with some firms where they're getting worse. Objectively, the rules are getting harder. We see things with other firms where the rules are getting wider and better. You see prices change, right? So the opportunity continues to shift between firms. But, there's always something that's going to be better for one another. Like, I'll tell you what I really like what I do really like. An eval model that's maybe not 5 days to pass, but it could be a couple days, right? It doesn't have to be 1 day to pass, so it's a YOLO fest. Maybe it's 40% or 50% consistency in the eval. Takes you 2 or 3 days to pass. And then what do I really like? Like you guys, no activation fee. End of day trailing drawdown. I don't like intraday trailing drawdown. And what would be sick is, daily payouts where you're able to take a payout really quickly. Now, you're going to have something in there. You're going to have a buffer to get past, or you're going to have, if it's no consistency, you're going to have a tight payout cap. If you have consistency rule, it's going to be a wider payout cap. But something that you could get through a cheap eval pretty quickly with no activation fee into a funded and get paid out really quickly. And I think even if there is a payout cap, like if you're comfortable with that, you can copy trade, right? Or you could take a lot of payouts from it. The ones that are much more difficult through eval and funded, they're good, they're great, but they usually come with a ton of rules. Like, look at the Apex model. It's the complete opposite. It's the absolute cheapest account. It's almost free, right? But when you actually get to the funded account, it's nearly impossible to take a payout. Plenty of people from my community take it. Plenty of people out there take huge payouts. Huge upside potential, but by far the most difficult rules. They're incredibly difficult. Like, you need a PhD to even understand them before you stand a chance to make it to a payout, right? Something that is through an eval quickly, if it was going to be an eval, to payouts quickly, I really like. I don't like any gotcha rules. I don't like intraday trailing drawdown. I don't like all this crazy, you need 47 different things to understand how much risk you're using. All that stuff is crazy. Great upside potential if you could figure it out, but, that model is insane. So, anyway, that's just my 2 cents, right? You might say, nah, man, instant funded with 20% is the best. You might say intraday trailing drawdown is great. It just comes up to the individual. PhD, yeah. Apex is insane. I mean, again, everybody says, right? Like, it's the only account that you can copy trade 20 accounts and take a $2 million payout from, right? But, what goes into that is a lot more. We got Eric Schmitz 7091 in the chat. And they still deny payouts. Yeah, almost nobody gets a payout from Apex. You're dealing with like, you're playing poker with the mob. That was my analogy with Apex. All right, let's see. Eric Schmitz, we got a W in here. The W's in the chat. We got multiple people getting funded today with 50K instant funded accounts. These accounts have no activation fee, no challenge, no intraday trailing drawdown, end of day trailing drawdown, consistency score, end of payout cap. But I've had multiple people work towards these, which has been pretty sweet. So. All right, check this out, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. Nobody freak out. Nobody leave yet. Here's what I'm gonna do. Everybody listen up. Well, I see some people left, so you guys are gonna have a better chance. Nobody leave yet. I'm gonna open the form back up. Everybody listen closely, please. Use your ears before I do this. I'm gonna open the form back up. If you filled the form out, you don't have to fill it out again. I'm gonna leave it up so anybody that hopped on late can get a chance to win. If you filled the form out already, you're already gonna be in for the third race because I'm gonna run another one. But just chill out. Let some more people get into the form. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Go do your thing. I totally understand. I'm gonna play a little bit more around on NQ, see if we can't get some scalping in. I'll leave the form up for another 10, 20 minutes. We'll get some more people on and we'll be able to run another giveaway. If you filled the form out already, you don't have to fill it out again. I'm gonna copy and paste the same link, okay? You can use any one of the links, even though the link looks a little different. It's the same form, okay? Everybody on board? All right, awesome. Yeah, the duplicates are removed. I will try to remove duplicates to make sure. Again, I'm gonna repeat it one more time so everybody hears it. You don't have to fill the form out again if you filled it out. Please don't do that. I will make sure that I take you off if you do that. So don't do that. But we're gonna hang out for a bit. We will run another giveaway. Forms open back up. We'll give it about another 10 or 20 minutes. We'll see if we can't get some more scalpy trades in. See if we can't put a little more profit in this account. Run this bad boy up. But form is in the chat. Form is in Discord. Form is all over the place. Let me actually go ahead and bring this one down because I'm going to add to it. Cool. We're going to get a bunch of people funded today, man. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Again, this is a great conversation, and I want to hear. Please, on the forum, it's a survey, just so you guys know. You know, I want to know what we got going on, right? I want to know what you guys are interested in. Leo, Neo, I can't trade on top of futures. Neo, I'm sure you sent me a message already, man, but I said I would follow up with you. I'm sure whatever you got going on is frustrating, man. I am more than happy to make sure that somebody from support looks at exactly what you have going on. It sounds individual because everybody else is trading on there. I know that there is an issue with some of the connection between Tradeovate and the dashboard, but I would more than happily make sure that somebody reaches out to you, man, for sure. Don't sweat it. I know that sucks. It sounds like it sucks, but you know, I will follow up with you, man. Shoot me a message, shoot me an email, shoot me a Discord message, whatever it is. If you did that already, obviously I'm on the stream right now, so I'm not looking at it. But I will follow up with you after the stream, man. One of the benefits of working with maybe decent, partners and, is you get somebody to argue for you if you have something that starts to go wrong. But I'm trading here, I've been trading here this morning, not having issues. I do recognize that connection between prop firm dashboards and Tradeovate was having an issue. Multiple people acknowledged that. But yeah, I'll follow up with you. Brother, I can see my 2 entries there. If I won, just re-race. I don't want to take up. Okay, I will try to take you off, brother. I will delete. Okay, I'll delete you there. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know, man. I appreciate you. See, we got solid people in the chat. Y'all are awesome. W Poor Guy, way to go and love the name. Yeah. Zach, great stream today. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You are blessed. I appreciate you guys. I am blessed. I am very grateful. Very grateful for where I'm at, man. But this has been an awesome stream so far. If you guys hopped on late, I don't have position tools up. I can't even tell you where all the little scalp trades were, but I am 400 bucks green in the sim account that I've been scalping with you guys here. I am 1,000 bucks green on the top one live account. This was the trade from the morning. Quick execution for a pop back up. Holy hell, 500 points to the upside on that one. I grabbed 1,000 bucks on one mini on this one. I'm more than happy with. So green so far. Let's try not to wreck it. Let's try not to wreck it. But I do want to continue to scalp a bit. Why? I do want to try to scalp a little bit here on MNQ with you guys. I'm getting a feel for the trading view scalping. Just trading view trading, honestly. Not even trading view scalping. And also just trying to build out a damn edge here on the low time frames. Yeah, guys, remember, I'm going to give you like 10 minutes. We'll run some more giveaways. Anybody that didn't get a chance, the form is open. Don't fill it out more than one time. The giveaway form is in the chat. We'll get a bunch of people funded today, man. Appreciate you guys for hopping on. Finishing out Friday the 13th. Strong. Not a bad end to the week. Nothing crazy in the live account. I think I'm 2 or 3 green days. I'll go back and check, and I'll post on socials. Maybe I'll throw some stuff in the Discord. Nothing too crazy this year, man. It's been pretty back and forth in the top one live account. Sim account's been cranking away at that, man. Cranking away. I've been sharing, doing little trade recaps. Actually, day recaps, not trade recaps, because you can see what I'm working on here. I made a video yesterday where I was just recording myself scalping in real time after the session. So I'll try to share a lot of that. Obviously, I can't be live all day, but we're going to go on a... what the kids say, a generational, what are we going to say? A generational run. We're going to milk the prop firms. I don't know, whatever silly thing you want to call trading sim accounts. But you want to hear more about that and this style of trading that I'm working on. Discord. Free Discord for that. Pinned to the top of the chat. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. ADO King, if you win, how about the Ducks? Do we fill it out again? No, I hope you're joking around. No, you don't have to fill the form out again, Business Lens. No, you don't have to fill the form out again. You don't have to fill the form out again. You guys must be delayed. Make sure you're watching me live here. I don't know. You must not be getting the sound. Let's see. MFF restricted MBT to 3 positions. I don't know what that means. Don't know exactly what that means. Yeah, ADO King, you can go, man. If you win and you're a Discord OG, I'm going to give you the account. It's for people that I don't know, really, to be honest with you guys. You're supposed to be on the stream, hanging out. That's part of the giveaway deal. If you're a Discord OG and you fill the form out, and for some reason you're not in the chat, I have a little bit of a little bit extra grace for you to get the account. It's just part of being active and me knowing who the heck you are. Yeah, man, so retest of VWAP, push it back up, retest of value area high here. This current volume point of control looking like we want to make a run for it. I don't know if we want to come through. This is starting to feel like decision-making point here for NQ. Ooh, there we go. Pop to the upside. I mean, this is calling for buys, but it's not really taking off from VWAP. It's not really taking off from value area high here. Kind of curious to see what we get. We did crack initial balance high to the upside up here. Unlikely that we come all the way back down and break through the lows. Just gonna wait to see what we got going on here, man. Could be a little sweep down. I'm actually looking for a quick short. I'm not gonna be fast enough, I could tell already. Just adjusting to see what this looks like. Yeah, it's gonna give me a couple candles in there to work with. 120 ticks. We could go a little bit tighter than that. Down to 30 on the 1 minute ATR. Let's see. Zach, have you played around with order presets on TradingView? I have not. I heard somebody talking about that yesterday. I heard people mentioning it yesterday. I have not played around with it just yet. One really cool thing you can do on TradingView. You can do a lot of cool things on TradingView. But I just dropped a video on this. I'm going to show you guys this. This might blow your mind here. One really cool thing you can do on TradingView is you can use the position tool to enter an order, to actually enter an order on TradingView. So let me actually do it. So from a position tool, just like this, you can right click on the position tool and then you can hit create limit order from the position tool. So if I didn't do that, here, let's do it again. You can create a limit order directly from the position tool. Like right here on TradingView. You see what I did there? I just moved the position tool around to wherever I wanted. And then I can straight up create a limit order right from the position tool on TradingView. I didn't hit enter on this one, but all you would have to do is hit enter. Here, let's do it again. And maybe we can actually do it. Let's do like right behind price right here. And then I think you can just hit enter or hit buy. And price is moving through my level here. But it would, I don't want to just take a horrible trade just for example. But it shows you right on here where it would fill and you would have your stop loss and take profit. Can be pretty sweet if you're somebody that likes position tools. You can just enter directly from position tools here, right on TradingView, which is pretty sweet. Actually do like this for a little buy ski. A little buy ski. Do I want to stop loss at VWAP for this? Look at a little buy scalp. I'm hesitating. I'm probably not going to take it. But that doesn't look too bad. Just a quick pop right back up here. Looking at volume profile. Right back up to this area that we've been hanging out. Otherwise, we come right down here really aggressively. And if we start to come down through this again, I think we might just sell off. I think we really might just rip our face off to the downside. So I was tempted on something like this. Tempted. I'm getting a little bit wider with take profits and stuff, but yeah, I'm not gonna press it. That's kind of what I would be looking at. Let's see what happens there. Maybe we say 150, you know, 150, something like that. I don't love being long right above VWAP like that. I think that's a little silly. But I think we could pop right back up here to this area of high volume. But I'm not going to take this. Not quite good enough for me. All right. That was about 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's run giveaway number 2. Or giveaway number 3, excuse me. All right, we got giveaway number 3 coming up. Ooh, I'm happy I didn't take that one. You see, I don't think it's a great idea to be long right above VWAP. That's not a great spot to have a stop loss. I think that's probably not that bad, but I think we might come through. I'm not taking anything right here because I think we might dump here. I don't know how many times we got to hang out at VWAP. Like, go already or come through it. One or the other. All right. Let's run it, guys. Good luck, everybody. This is for the 3rd Top of Futures 50K live account. I had some survey stuff going on today. I appreciate you guys providing feedback, answering questions. It helps out a lot with me being able to provide feedback from you guys, my community. I think that's helpful. Oh. Okay. Thank you, good sir. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, we talked about that. I've done it. Start with converting a position to a limit, and then convert to a trading view limit to a market. Nice. Yeah. Yep. Trade with Luhan. You probably already addressed it, but what do you think about Top Step doing a discount right now? Train with Luhan. I'm just gonna plead the 5th on that one. I'm gonna go no comment. I'm just gonna go no comment on that one, and maybe going no comment will give you guys what I think about that. But I'm gonna go no comment. I talked about what I saw happening objectively with all of the changes that they've had, because if you're not aware, if you're not aware, yeah, I see somebody has 2 ducks. If you win with 2 ducks, I don't know, I'll run it again or something. But Top Step has had a ton of changes. They've changed pretty much everything over the last couple weeks. The prices, the live program, the eval, they have a new eval thing, banning traders for hedging all over the place, moving people live really quickly, limiting gold and silver and platinum, and that, there's so many changes, and it shifts, right? They also lost a brokerage. It shifts the opportunities. So I do need to talk about that because it's a firm that, I've traded with for quite a while, right? Probably most of you guys trade with, and I think it's important to talk about. But I'm not gonna throw any stones. I'm not gonna dog anybody. Discounts, they're good, right? Everybody likes a lower price. But I'm going to save my comments in detail for that. I think here's the most important thing. Every opportunity is different. Trading's a risk. Prop firms are a risk. They are all a risk for multiple reasons. Decide for yourself how much risk you want to take on and what you're comfortable with, right? Given all of the things that are important to you. Your experience, your capital allocation, how you trade, the platform, the style, everything, right? And then continue to review and adjust as you go. And remember one thing. Remember one thing here. Prop firms, all of them, and platforms, and even sometimes in the market, because we've seen crazy stuff happen. This holds true. We're playing on their court with their ball. And at any point, they could say, we're taking our ball, you're done, we're going home. Or, we're raising the hoop up. Markets, prop firms, platforms, we're on their court. Now, don't forget that, guys. Don't forget that. For better or for worse. Victory Blessings taking the W on here. Let's see. Let me just make sure that you didn't have 47 accounts. No. Awesome. Victory Blessings taking the W. We got a Discord OG in here. I know who this is. W's in the chat. This was the 3rd race that we ran today. We gave away 3 accounts. Hella W's. Thanks for showing the trading view, for placing a take profit and stop loss is huge. Yeah. If you missed that, I'm going to show this one more time because I knew you guys would like that. Check this out, guys. You can use, before we wrap up here, you can use a trading view position tool. You can put it wherever you want. You can make the stop loss wherever you want. Okay, let's get rid of the duck. And you can right click and go create limit order. And that automatically puts a short out on the trading view tool right here, ready to go. That even if I get rid of this, I think it stays there. Right from that position tool. That's really sweet to me. I do like that. Trading View's got a lot of that stuff. A lot of these little hidden tips and tricks. So I'm going to try to put out more videos on this. But yeah, guys, we ended up green on the session. $400 in the account that I've been scalping on right here. $1,000 in the Top 1 Futures live account. Nice way to end off the week with you guys. I really appreciate you being here. Quick plugs. Remember, if you guys are looking to try out Top 1 Futures. Actually, you know what? Let me plug myself first. Next week, guys, we're back to 9:15. Normal trading time. I'll throw it in Discord. Maybe we'll run it a little bit early, like 8:30 or something. But I was running really, really early streams. We're going to get closer to that New York Open time. I'll let you guys know. Hop in the free Discord. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Plenty of giveaways. Special stuff coming. Like more of like what we had today. But I'll see you guys trading live almost every damn day here on YouTube, Kick and X. Now, if you guys want to check out Top 1 Futures, we were talking about them a lot today. My preferred prop firm. Go ahead and check this one out. Somebody said my code is still doing something special. I don't know, man. I think you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to head to the site yourself and check it out. Link is in the chat. It's also pinned. Here you go. I'll drop it in there one more time for you guys. Feel free. Remember, do your own research. Make your own decisions, right? I'm biased. I stand to make money. I can't be unbiased if I stand to make money. You guys gotta know that and do your own research. Make your own decisions. Have a great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Hope you have an awesome weekend off the charts. Trade well the rest of the day. I will see you on Monday. Oh, sorry. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Monday's a bank holiday. See you guys on Tuesday, just to be clear here. Monday is a no trade day. Bank holiday, okay? See you guys on Tuesday. Talk to y'all then.